Hello, my name is Brandon Davis, and this is my project. I'm doing it on a little piece of heaven I like to call Charlevoix. It is my hometown, currently living here right now, but this is like a little bit of an older picture dating back to the early 1900s of Charlevoix and, kind of what it was all about. It was a very industrious town at the time, and this is a little bit of Charlevoix right now. This is a main bridge in the middle. The bridge makes it a way of getting to and from Beaver Island, which is a little bit of an island just off the coast, still part of Charlevoix County, so I decided to include it in my project. But this is just a little bit of Charlevoix right here. This is Beaver Island, and like I said, it's just off of Charlevoix County. It's a huge island, and most of the residents that live there or travel there, most of the time they only travel by bicycle. You can bring your cars over, but generally people don't. They like to just ride around on their bicycles and enjoy the scenery and the green, as you can see. So it's a lot of residents actually have houses here and on land as well. So there's plenty of wealthy people that live here in Charlevoix. And this is one little avenue that you can take during your tourist event here. This is the bridge that connects the north and to the south side of Charlevoix. And this bridge basically was built because in the early 1900s there was a ship that delivered flour regularly to a business here. And to get through the town, they needed to get through this little avenue. So they dug out this little river to get to and from inside of the city, and this is the bridge that we have now here. It's a fairly old bridge. Sometimes it breaks down occasionally, but all the main history of it, you can actually see the ship in the back. That's the Emerald Isle, and that takes people to and from the island. This is a little bit of an older viewing. The main reason I have this picture in here is because this is an older view of the Stafford Weathervane restaurant in town. It's one of the oldest restaurants in town, and it's still kept up to date, but it has a lot of its history. And actually, in the front entrance of the Weathervane restaurant is a 150-year-old light post, and those light posts are actually imported from Copenhagen. So a lot of rich history here, and you can actually see it right here in the background to the left of the bridge, and that is the overview into the river that we now have, and you can see boats coming through. This is actually Venetian. Venetian is a huge event every year. They have light boat parades, they have parties, food, they've got beer tents, like everything, and it's actually a point in the town's history that the population actually quadruples. And as you can see here, they got live music almost every single night throughout the entire week's event. They have live music, people playing. My grandmother actually gets up at 4 in the morning to come down just to get a good view and a good seat of the live music that's going to happen. And this man's name is Dale. In the background is a 2,500-gallon water tank, and every morning he goes around and we plant petunias in the curbs, and he waters every single one of them, almost 60,000 plus petunias, and he does it every day. He's done it for the past 30 years. So he's a great man. This house, as you can see, you might be thinking that you're in the Lord of the Rings, but you are not. This is actually a mushroom house, and plenty of mushroom houses are built here in Charlevoix, and they're actually, despite the look, they're actually worth upwards in the millions of dollars, and very sought after by people of massive wealth, obviously. And this is like a little bit of an interior, and they're smaller houses, but they have everything that you need. They still have the stoves and everything and all the amenities and everything that you would need in a normal house, and it's actually insulated fairly well. And these actually provide a rich history to Charlevoix and its background. This is actually what they call Castle Farms. Originally, it was a dairy farm back in 1931. And at that time, it was just a dairy farm, and later on, I think in the 60s it was transformed into an art gallery. And the art gallery actually was brought up to it actually reflected the creation of the entire building itself, reflecting castles in Normandy, France. And so this is what the Castle Farms caters, and it actually caters to weddings and proms and all that kind of stuff. Um, this is what they call Boyne Thunder. Boyne Thunder, they have just a massive amount of speedboats, and as you can see, there's a lighthouse in the background. That's actually also a famous lighthouse. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. It's been repainted, but it has very old history in it. It's been built since the beginning of Charlevoix even being here. Um, as you can see, another overview, and you can see the bridge right there. That bridge is actually the same bridge that they fall under. And the Boyne Thunder, they come from Boyne City, which is only about 15 minutes away, but they harvest thousands of these speedboats that come through here. It's actually really amazing. This is Traverse City Wineries, just about 45 minutes outside, but it's very famous for a lot of wine that is produced here in Michigan. It actually is produced right here in Traverse City for the entire state and states surrounding as well. And this is the Mackinac Bridge. The Mackinac Bridge is an amazing bridge. It has so much statistics to back it up. It is the second most largest suspension bridge in the world, only to be countered by one that is actually in Asia. And it has many late night lights that light up, as you can see, and almost yearly they will change the lights to match the season or the holiday, depending on what all is going on. So that's my presentation, a little bit about Charlevoix and where I came from, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you again.